A big hello once again to everyone watching. Welcome back to OMSI 2 and welcome to the tight hills, steep streets of Smarden, where we're over here on Route 304 using an ex-First London, now in First Olympia livery, Enviro 400s, which... Hold on, passengers are getting annoyed at me. Well, don't know if you could hear it, but it is beautiful ZF on this Euro 4 example. Fantastic. Sadly, these are slowly disappearing from the streets of London. You want a return. There's your return. Good old Wayfarer. No one in the country, well, I was going to say no one in the country still uses these. Some bandit operators probably do still use these, let's be entirely honest with ourselves. Also due to leave in 15 seconds, and I have a ton of passengers. So this is going to be fun. There you go, get the day rider. Give me the exact amount of change. Perfect, you've used your Oyster card, we're not in London, come back. But yeah, no, it's actually a dying shame that these are a breed that are slowly disappearing from the streets of London, honestly. Hello to Amari, Alex and DJ. Good to see you all. This will be one of those streams where I don't talk as much because I will let the bus do all the talking. So quickly get all these people boarded up. Can't be spending all my time printing out tickets. Although to be fair, these tickets do I think have a Stagecoach logo on them, which doesn't make any sense. But quickly glossing over that, I suppose. There we go. Slowly making myself late, but it's fine. I should be able to make up. The time. Oh. Come on, hurry up. Get on board. Make sure I don't accidentally open up the rear doors. Need to remind myself I am driving a dual door vehicle. Sorry about the frame rate stutter, this map is not the most optimized in the world. Oh, is this MMC gonna let me go? Oh, yes he is. Cheers for that. That pure black MMC reminds me of, what is it, Colchester's park and ride vehicles, I think? Few more people on board. Pretty busy trip. It's giving me a tenner for a £2.50 ticket. I mean, I guess this is one of the first divisions that isn't doing the £2 government fare, which sucks to be the people living in this part of the country. Nope. Close the rear doors. Bus lane here. I actually have no idea if we're going via the retail park. Allen Road's that way. What is stopped down here? I think this one's also Allen Road. That's also Allen Road. Well, that doesn't help. Are we going via... We are going via the retail park, so we're going via Commute even. Moin, how can you drive so well on narrow streets? If I'm being honest, it's a challenge. And also sometimes it's not that well, let's be entirely honest with ourselves. Like, my previous time I streamed OMSI with that C200 wasn't the best. Like, I was taking up all the space, but it sort of just practice makes perfect, really. Continually drive along. And also, to be fair, with the London buses, they are narrower than the standard, like, default OMSI buses, so that's a win-win. It helps. Hello, Crazy. Got to love a ZF Enviro 400. Yes, that's absolutely fantastic, especially the Euro 4 versions. Don't mind the Euro 5 versions, but the eco lifes on them just not as interesting, being entirely honest. Oh, this beamer's going to let me go. We're at the retail park. Slightly late. Actually, no, we're early. Never mind. What am I saying? Ignore me. But yeah, I do also really quite like Euro 4 VoIF E400s. They're pretty tasty as well. Nothing beats the ZF on this, but do you play with the bus simulator? Oh, Operation Simulator add-on. I think you're talking about City, but no, is it? Oh, what was it called? Oh, that's the rear doors. But yes, I do play with that. Not in this stream, not at the moment, but usually I do. Once again, I do have to apologise about the frame rate drops. Again, this is not a really fantastically optimised map, and that will happen from time to time. But, yep. So I'm not currently live on... What's it called? I've completely forgot the name of the add-on now. Bus Company Simulator, that's it. I'm not actually live there, so if you're driving with me, you're not going to see me in real time, but I am usually on Bus Company Simulator, driving for firsts of all companies. So if you ever do see me on there, that'll be what I'm doing, is making some money for a nearly completely bankrupt operation. Soon we can hit some open roads to really hear the ZF going. And I also find that this is one of the best recreations of a ZF E400. So I'm currently driving Morphe's sound mods. No one wants on or off. fun actually to take this up the really steep hill on this map, because I've actually never taken this up here, the C400s. I don't know how well it would actually do. I mean, obviously, granted, the modelling on the C400 isn't that great, because as I said, all London buses are pretty narrow. For a second there, I thought that woman is boarding through the rear doors. I understand we're not in London, but like, surely you'd realise that's not where you board from, but oh well. Bloomin' heck. Just walking out on the roads. Damn death wish. Good morning, BVG. Oh wow, it's pretty early for you, 1 in the morning. Currently it's 4:45 for us down here in the UK. Well, up here in the UK, I guess. Coming to the heat of summer now. Whereas I guess down there in Australia it's winter. Almost everyone so far has gotten on wanting a ticket. There's your change. Or getting returns. Hopefully not return on my bus. Yes, in June. Yeah. You about to head off then? Considering it's 1:15 in the morning. Oh. Forgotten to close the rear doors once again. Forgot this is a dual door vehicle. Can't imagine that's a regular occurrence for London bus drivers, but outside the capital it's really rare to find dual door vehicles. Even though you would think in some cities they would require it, but no. Oh, now we're getting properly down the narrow streets. This is pretty tight. As is that. This is also two-way roads. It's 5:45 PM at my place right now. Oh, so you're in Europe. Judging by your name, I'd assume Germany. Hope you don't meet another bus going down that alleyway. Oh, and the traffic has gotten itself stuck. Nice. Typical OMSI AI over here. Look at this. Completely gridlocked this road for miles and miles. Yeah, just thought you'd pop in and say good day. Good day to you too. Well, more like good night, good evening. People did want off. Give them a single. Return for you. Unfortunate that this is limited to 54, I'd say, 53. Because there are some examples that can hit about 65 in real life, which is really impressive for a double-decker. After this, stop being able to hit open country roads once again. Good night, William. Wait, hold on. From William Mount. I enjoy the C200 too much. Well, okay, yeah, maybe it is one of my guilty pleasures. To be fair, the actual driving of it and the modelling is absolute naff. Like, some of the worst things I've ever seen, but this sound mod just makes it top tier for me. Okay, so I have to actually turn here. It's a bit like the, what is it, London ALX Trident sound mod that I have, the ZF one. Again, turns a pretty naff vehicle into something really, really fun to drive. Ignore the blinds, they're in default aerial, I think. To be fair, it's a lot better than Comic Sans. Glad you stopped by to say good day. Take care. Cheers. Cheers to you too. Oh, you agree? Greetings from a javelin? Fucking hell, you're watching from a 395 at the moment. You actually properly on HS1 or just in Medway? Bloody hate routes like this one where it's like via this or via that. I have no idea if I'm going via, what even is that? Braidlin CLZ. Barclay. What's the next stop? See, Penfield Lane. Do I stop at Penfield Lane? I do. The joys of staff travel to and from St Pancras in Stratford. You absolute lucky sods. Well. Close enough to the pavement. Ignore the massive chasm that there is between the bus and the pavement, to be honest. But yeah, no, you lucky sod. I have a mate who's also gets free staff travel on HS1. Definitely not envious or anything. This terminus, which is narrow as anything. There we go, and we're at Pitstock Road, and then back off to the bus station with people still on board. Do they not realise I terminate here? Road. Want some bus station. Let the blinds change. Don't even work for SE either. What? Now explain to me how the hell you have staff travelling and don't even work for SE. But yeah. I mean, to be fair, going back to what you said earlier about that description also describing a javelin, I think it's more the opposite. It's like, the train's quite nice, the Javelin, I feel. It's just the sound's a bit naff. Maybe that's just because I'm used to the Hitachi motors being on, like, well, replacing, like, the 466s and the 465s. Really nice, original motors. And it just not seeming right to me. Also, have to stand here for 20 minutes, so gonna forward time, because sod that. Although to be fair, actually, I don't really enjoy this mod as much as I once did. It once used to be really, really fun because I could do the ZF throttle pumping trick on it, and now I can't. That on one of the updates has been patched. Before then, absolute favourite, because it was so much fun to just get this thing to red line. And now it's just impossible to do that, so... swings and roundabouts, I suppose. Understand why there's parked cars in the middle of the road there, but sure, the map designer thought that that's realistic somehow. Do I only play UK maps on OMSI? For the large part, yes, but I do have, for example, the Berlin X10 route, and I do have, obviously, Hamburg. Okay, just having a massive collision session there. Yes, I do also have Hamburg. Nope, going to want some. Just on stream, tend to only play UK. Why would you turn into me like that? Absolutely clueless AI. So if there's demand for it, if people request it, yeah, I can play non-UK maps. To be fair, actually, Berlin X10 is a really, really solid map. I wish we got sort of that level of quality in the UK. Well, I was going to say freeware stuff. We sort of get it in payware stuff, but I suppose the Germany and like non-UK freeware stuff is also pretty naff. But yeah, Berlin X10 is really, really nice to drive on, especially the what are they? The the DO5s and like the DO7s, DO9s. Those are quite nice. That will probably be next time I stream. Obviously, that will probably be the map that I go on. You share a feature on Steam to play OMSI 2. Oh, so you don't even own it? I'm guessing. The DL05, 07, 08 and 09. If anything, I do more prefer the 05 and 07 compared to the later ones, because the later ones sort of, well, let's be entirely honest, they are just emulating the Euro 5 with terribleness. You should do. Definitely worth it. I mean, well, I say it's definitely worth it. It's a 10-year-old game now, and it's still about 25 quid, so it's not really worth that much, but if you play it often, you might as well buy it. But then again, if you're streaming it, could always just keep streaming it. There's no real rush to actually buy the game fully. Also, hello Yasin. Right, we're back. GT. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, you know what? Yes, that makes sense. Piss, I forgot there was a stop there. That makes sense as to why you get free travel on SE then, because GTR and SE staff get free travel on GTR. Which, yep, definitely not envious of. So enjoy the start of Berlin Spandau. Actually, to be fair, that's not too bad. How do you download dashboards? The dashboard is a well, actually, it's a separate mod. You can get it from Fellows Film, but this comes with the sound mods, which is Morphe's sound mod. Offices at King's Cross. GTR's offices aren't at King's Cross, they're at East Croydon. Because depending on the time period, you have like different services. That's very true. That's one thing that all payware and also freeware maps can't really do in OMSI. I think it's just because the devs knew how to do it, and they didn't really implement an easy way of doing it, of doing like special time services. Or maybe it's just really long and convoluted, and no one else has been bothered to do it because it's not much benefit, to be fair. Which is fair enough, but of course the moment I pull out is when a car collides through me. Croydon's head. Oh, okay, fair. Offices at Croydon Monument and King's Cross. Yeah, again, that is very fair. Favorite map is Hamburg, Half City. King's Cross is TPU. But yeah. Yeah, no, see, just a bit of a dumbass, to be honest, because I completely forgot. Obviously, GTR is such a big company, of course they'd have more than just one office. So when he said offices, I immediately presumed Croydon. Also, hello, Michael. Also a fan of fictional maps for OMSI, like that one, I can't even say that. And Bad Hugelsdorf example. Just by OMSI. Can't be saying everything. Look, okay, no need for you to be cheeky there, come on now. Keep in mind you are still in my chat, I can still ban you from here. Cheeky sods. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. How about you, Michael? Oh, well, this is a bit of a problem now, isn't it? Obviously, AI doesn't really deal with meeting situations like this very well. Commute's piss easy though. Commute Stratford, walks Stratford International, and in on HS. Oh yeah, that is actually very true. That's a really nice commute, to be fair. Like, actually incorporating high speed. Come on, get going. Bloody hell. Into your commute, and free of charge. Oh, to be fair, you are still paying to travel to Stratford. But it is discounted fares. So, you know, that ain't too bad. Having a massive collision session here because, again, OMSI doesn't really do meeting situations very well. am I? I am in Smarden, just about approaching back to Wansum bus station. And if you meant in person, that's a good question. Shall not be something that I divulge. $107 a month. I mean, I was going to say that's a lot, but then again, I pay a lot more than that per month for petrol at the moment. Because I'm currently somewhere that doesn't really have great, well, rail links, so... Wouldn't mind if my commute was that cheap, but here we are. It's not even that cheap, to be fair. 100 quid a month on the commute is a bit more on the dearer side, but at least you're not paying a couple of grand every single year. OMSI and its damn stuttering. Oh, this beamer's gonna let me go. Makes a change. $250 a year in theory. Yeah, that is, the maths does check out there. Remember, I'm on the Great Eastern Main Line, so it's 5k a year standard price. Yeah. Again, it is something else that I do always forget. Again, priv fares, so you are paying just a third. Absolute lucky sods. But yeah. Starting to cross in front of my bus. Go on then. Hopefully it doesn't make me go through the retail park. Oh, it will. Okay. Well, gonna enjoy the FPS whilst I have it, because soon enough it's gonna completely tank. Because this retail park just eats it all up. Hopefully I can make this green light. There we go, made the green light. Oh, 1/4. Look, okay, I always forget. I always forget if it's 1/3, 1/4. Then again, I think I'm just thinking about railcard fares when I think of 1/3. You can drive a fire truck in OMSI too. Yeah, it is good fun driving just random stuff that isn't a bus. Like, for example, I can spawn in like a Volkswagen, just a Volkswagen. I don't actually know what it is. There's an option for it in my spawn menu. I've tried spawning it in, doesn't really work half the time. It usually crashes my game, but there is the option for it. can also drive trams in this. It's not quite Lotus Simulator. I think that's the name of it. Like the true successor to OMSI 2, OMSI 3. Where there's default functionality to actually drive trams. Going off to Chatham. It's like the posh boys' way of saying Chatham. Although I don't know why someone posh would want to go to Chatham. That's just a recipe for disaster, to be honest. But yeah, the only thing that does frustrate me with my commute is the 720. Oh god, don't even get me started on the 720s. I do not understand how Greater Anglia can go from the 745s and the 755s to the 720s. Like, it must be two completely different teams designing those two. Because I'm saying it now, the 745s and 755s are the best modern DMUs and EMUs in this country, whereas the 720s are some of the worst, especially the 3x2 seat. And like, don't have to serve the station again, do I? I'll pretend like I don't. Save me some time. I want my 360s back. Well, too bad, because now they're doing Luton Airport Express runs, which isn't even like an express to Luton Airport. And why the hell would you want to go to Luton? I don't know. But that's what they're off doing now. So if you want them, move up to Luton. Shocking design when it comes to peak journeys. Also, Priv's great, minus one thing, can't use it on the core. I didn't even realise you couldn't use it on the core. Unless we go beyond it. Oh, okay, so you can't use... I see, so you can't use the Priv for a station in the core. It has to be straight through, right. Agree, however, the 745s have a similar issue with narrow aisles, which don't work when trains are busy. That is... yeah, I guess that is fair, and to be fair, haven't actually properly used them when they were busy. Using them off peak though, they are really lush. The only downside in my mind is the fact that, like, why do you need first class on them? Because the first class is just not really an upgrade. Like, standard seating is so good in the 745s that it's like there's no point upgrading to first. But you'd rather play Train Sim, Munich/Vienna, or Vienna. I'd only go to Chatham to storm the Dovetail Games offices there. Fair enough. Also, poor sods. Their offices being in Chatham. That makes sense as to why all their DLCs are like just cash grabs. Back into the bus station, which will be the end of this stream. Even, oh, I was literally about to ask if there's anyone on my bus, and there still is, because they want off. Well, good luck getting off here. I mean, you can use your pass on the EMR to Bedford, but yeah, you don't want to be using the EMR. Let's be honest with ourselves. XL core ruling does irritate me about, as it means that I have to pay to get to Farringdon from Stratford. I mean, then again, I guess it's not that much extra, and it really, like, you could probably get a season pass from, what is it? I'm guessing your local station is Chelmsford? I can't remember station codes, so complete guess there, but you could probably get a season pass straight to the core, but I don't know if that's valid with Priv. I guess not, actually. That's probably literally what you've just been saying, like you can't get a season pass with Priv all the way to a station in the core, so well, right back at the bus station. Good 3 minutes early, but no one complains about that. But yeah, so this will be where I leave this stream here. Thank you for all for getting or watching this far. If you have made it this far and you're not yet subscribed, do be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so you're notified every single time I go live. If you've enjoyed the stream, do be sure to give it a like, because that helps me out a lot. And I hope you have a good rest of your afternoon.